I'm up in the closet. Hello, everyone. I ain't want nothing. I just came on for a few minutes. I'm about to polish my nails. Guess what, y'all? Finally got my divorce papers. Pick them up. My divorce was final in, I think, the end of July, early August of 2018, and I'm just now getting a copy of my divorce papers because I was really just been procrastinating, and then with the corona stuff came and everything shut down, I realized I should have been done it. But lately I just been kind of writing a lot of literature and things that I want to post, but to me it's some pretty decent stuff, and so I want to get it copyrighted before I post it, just so nobody can't steal my stuff and say they created it. And I don't want to get it copyrighted in the the last name that I have now from my ex-husband. It's like, not saying that it's gonna blow up or whatever, but it's just I want it copyrighted, and I don't want my name attached to somebody else, for my own copywritten work. I want it to be my name given to me by my mom and dad. So that's why I'm just now sending out for a copy of my divorce papers. And now I just gotta wait till I guess the Social Security office open back up and go down there and show them my copy of my divorce papers and get my name changed back. I wish I wouldn't have changed it, but shit happens. Um, so that's what that's what I gotta do, and I really want to post. I want to post my stuff so bad, but I just want it. I want to get it copyrighted first, cause who knows what can happen. Mm. Oh, and the title that what did I say? Not everyone wants to see you succeed. That I'm just learning more and more to be true. And mainly, it's sadly sometimes it's the people that's closest to you that really don't want to see you succeed. They pretend to, but they really don't. So, and I've just learned that. Well, really, y'all know the saying, you give me once, shame on you. You give me twice, shame on me. Well, I done had shame on me over and over and over, because I seem to forget sometimes and start back fooling with people. And they get me again. And so now I'm just learning to just kind of close myself off. The older I get, the easier it gets for me to close myself off from people. So I guess that just comes with age. When you're younger, you want everybody to like you, you want everybody to be a friend. But as you get older, you realize everybody say that your friend ain't your friend. Or and really it's not just friends. Sometimes it's people closer that are closer than friends. Sometimes it's your own family. And I learned that just through um, death in my family taught me that you can be You can think you close to somebody. You can grow up in a home with somebody. You can think you know that person better than anybody, and you can find out you never knew that person at all. That's what I learned just through the deaths, recent deaths in my family, mainly with my mama and my sister that just recently passed. And my mom used to always tell me when I was younger, and I thought I knew just every damn thing, didn't know nothing. She would always tell me, you think you know everything, you just keep living. And her words ring true to me just over and over. Every time something like this happened, I just remember my mama's words. You just keep a living. Words from my mama and my daddy. My mama, it was, her telling me you just keep a living, like, and that rings true. I think about that when people act like their life is perfect, like they ain't been through nothing. In my mind, I always think of what my mom said: you just keep a living. Or if they look down on other people because they haven't been through certain situations or whatever, and they turn their noses down. In my mind, you just keep a living, because if you ain't been through something, or if you turn your nose down on somebody, you just keep living, because you might have to walk in that person's shoes. And what my daddy told me was, shut up and listen. He said you learn a lot about people by just listening to you. By just listening to them, and then you watch them. Because a lot of times, especially people that talk a whole lot, people that talk a whole lot will tell you their true selves. And I learned that to be true. So, not saying that I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm flawed. But I'm just talking about, just life lessons that I've learned throughout the years. And I guess it's just been kind of bothering me lately. And so when things start to bother me, and I notice things in people that bother me in other people, I shut myself off. And I've learned to do that real well. I can shut off completely. And I'm not shaping my nails right. They just now growing back from when I had them artificial nails. But they still kind of weak and thin. But with my mom's death, it was shocking to me. Family member, hey, Miss Hogg, how you doing? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just rambling. Um, Anybody else on here? Hello, if I haven't spoke to y'all, but I'm just rambling. With my mom's death, it was shocking, because a family member that I was really, really close to and I really looked up to just just shocked me. And you just learn that money. Hey, Casey, how you doing? You just learn that money will make people. Not a lot amount, a small amount of money will show people's true colors. Okay, continue. I'm sorry for it. Oh no, you okay, Miss Hogg? You okay? I don't be wanting to be rude and not speak, but yeah, it's easy for me to get thrown off. I'm good, baby. Praying for. Oh, thank you so much, Casey. I need all the prayer I can get. But with my mom's death, it was um, it was just the losing my mom, and then the drama that went behind losing her. And it was like just this family member that I really looked up to. I almost looked up to, like a mother figure since my mom had went in the nursing home. I mean, that she really just shocked me, and I just couldn't believe it. And my mom would just go back to I had been in church. As a matter of fact, that person was kind of the cause of me getting in church and everything, turning my life around. Hey, K Beauty, turning my life around and everything. And I just remember not believing what people had told me about that person. It's like you have little things that will show you, or people that will try to tell you, when somebody's not really for you, and you don't really listen to them because you like, that's my family. My family wouldn't do me like that, or my family wouldn't say nothing like that about me. So that was me during that time. And someone had actually told me, hey, Casey said, hey, Kimmy. Someone had actually told me, you know, this person really ain't for you. But I'm like, no, you wrong. This my family. I heard it, but I didn't take heed to it. So fast forward, years and years later, when my mom passed, that's when I found out, that person, you find out, I found out how that person really felt about me. So it was like kind of like a blow. And then when my sister passed, that I'm still on, not even kind of understanding how to deal with that, because I ain't no person that can fake and pretend, that I'm feeling a certain type of way when I'm not. So I'm kind of, I mourn my sister's death, but it's like I really haven't, because like right towards, I wouldn't say right when she had the wreck, is like, it's like who Keena said, hey, Casey, Diva, and everyone. So when my sister had the wreck, y'all know I was living with my sister at the time. So, and she was the sister that, growing up in the same house, it was kind of like always protective of me, looked out for me when I was a teenage mom and kind of like running the streets and stuff. She took care of my daughter and stuff for me. So she was that sister to me. And so y'all know when I went through my divorce, it happened like suddenly. It's like one day I was married, in my ex-husband came home one day and said, I just don't want to be married no more. And he said, the lease was up on the house, and we had so many days to get out the house. So that's just how he said. I was walking him to the door to for him when he get ready to go to work, truck driver. That's just how he said it. And so I had to find me somewhere to stay really quick. And I think my sister had texted me or something right after he told me that, and I told her what he had said. And so she was like, "Don't worry about that. You just come stay with me." So in my mind, she went into big sister mode, helping her little sister. And so I think she was like that, all the time, always looking out for me, helping take care of my daughter. But sometimes, I don't know where the tables turn, but I think sometimes when people feel like, okay, you need me, so since you need me, like you depended on me, so I can really say how I really feel about you. I don't know. But like I said, in my mind, I'm thinking she's in big sister mode, looking out for me as her little sister. So that's I gave a lot of stuff away because I'm going to go stay with my sister. That's yeah, it's heartbreaking. So I packed everything up. I gave a lot of stuff away because I had to move real fast, and it was kind of far. And then Kay's on here. Kay had even Kay's my BFF. Keena, say hey. I lived with Kay before, what, about 20 years ago when my daughter was little. And Kay had even offered, so she knew about it. Kay had offered me a place to stay, come stay with her, but I was thinking, okay, do I go stay with Kay or do I go stay with my sister? And Kay's a friend I had lived with before. She allowed me and my daughter to turn her living room into a bedroom. But I was thinking, no, I stayed with Kay, I stayed with you like, what, like 3 weeks, Keena? But anyway, she had let me and my daughter stay with her. But I didn't want to put her out of her way again, and I felt like, my sister's family, so it's best that I go stay with my sister. Even though it was much further out, my drive to work every day was like an hour there and an hour back. So I wanted to go stay with my sister. And she had a talk with me, when I first came and stayed with her. She was like, you know, you grown, what you do is your business, you welcome here, and blase, blase, this and that. And I was like, okay, cool. And so she opened up her home to me. Of course, I was, helping her. I was paying her rent to stay there. I wasn't staying there for free. But I just appreciate, her opening her house to me. And so, but I was really depressed though, even then, because I feel like, here I am, a 40-year-old woman. I hadn't had to live with nobody in, hey, a view is a view. How you doing? I hadn't had to stay with nobody in, what, I think since I had left your house with Kay when I was, what, 20 something. All the other time, I was either living by myself or living with a husband or somebody. So I kind of feel like a failure that I had to stay, go stay with my sister in her room. So I kind of went into like a depression, but I didn't want to put her out of her way. I didn't want her to make her feel uncomfortable in her own home. So I would kind of, just stay in the room, closed up in the room, just so she could feel like, she could still move about her house, the way she wanted to. But she would try to, get me to go out in places. And then right after I moved with her, that's when we went to Florida. We had already had that trip planned to Florida. And actually, I had paid for her plane flight, because it was her birthday. It was her 50th birthday. So I had already paid for her flight before I moved with her, just as her birthday present. And then it was a kind of gift from her too, because she hooked us up with the room. We didn't have to pay. All we had to pay for was our flight and our, food and stuff. Yes, it was like, yeah, 1993. Yeah, that was the last time I had to stay with somebody, was when I stayed with Kay. And so, like I said, Kay had offered me a place to stay, but I chose to go stay with my family, my sister, because I felt like, I don't want to put my friend out of her way again. And both of the places was, Kay lives far from my job, and then my sister lived just a little bit further from my job. So it would have been a long drive either way. But anyway, I chose to go stay with my sister. And we went to Florida. And if y'all saw me in Florida, I was faking, trying to pretend like I was happy and all of that stuff on the pictures and everything. But I really wasn't, because I had just moved in with my sister. The divorce wasn't final yet. Then I was thinking, how it happened, it was just so cold hearted. And it was like, I just felt like a failure, like, damn, I'm living with somebody 40 some years old. And I got kids and grandkids. And so I'm thinking, if I could tell you, I wouldn't miss Pam at all. I was just trying to play it off, and I was trying to get my mind right when I was there. But, And so we went there, and my friend had went with us. My sister had invited my friend Monica to come with us. So I just tried to make the best of it, because I didn't want to make everybody else feel sad, because I was feeling sad. So I just tried to play it off. But anyway, so we came back from that. And my sister was, what I thought, she was being real nice, real supportive. Now she wasn't happy eating. Shut up, girl. So, my sister, she was, I thought was being really nice to me. And she kept trying to, like, get me to go places in which I just really didn't want to go nowhere. Once, because I only went to Florida because we had already planned that trip. But like once we got back to her house, she would like try to get me to go places, and all the time, but I just wanted to, just let me deal with what I'm dealing with. And because, she had her friends, and I didn't want to impose on her friends and all of that. So, and she like buy me things. So I would tell her, don't buy me stuff, I'm grown. I know she bought me some tennis shoes, and anytime she bought me something, I would get the money back to her because something is like something in my head wasn't feeling right about it because I know this is my sister, but I didn't want her, to feel like I was a burden on her because actually I was there, but I was trying to help her too. So I didn't want her, giving me stuff. And so if she would buy me something, I would pay her back. Then I would say, don't buy me nothing else. And then, y'all know, like long after that, after I moved in with her, my mom passed. And so when my mom passed, she was trying to be motherly to me, and she's like, I told mama, that I'm gonna take care of you. And I was like, but it's not your job, to take care of me. I got to get my own place. I just didn't feel right not having my own place. Not saying that staying with my sister was so horrible, but just after having your own place for so many years, it just, it's nothing like your own. So I kind of secretly started looking, but I really wasn't able because I had other bills, that I was paying besides paying my sister to stay there. So it was like I really couldn't save money the way I wanted to in order to move. And plus, I had gave everything away, so it's like I had to start over from scratch. And so that's why I started that second job. I feel like when I start the second job, that can help me, But I never told my sister that I was trying to move. So I was still, once I started the second job, I really started secretly looking for a place to stay. So when she had the wreck, she didn't know that that I had been already looking for a place to stay. So when she had the wreck October 17th. I know my mom died a year before October 22nd, so it was almost a year to the day my mama died when she had the wreck. But I had just told her like maybe 3 weeks before she had the wreck that I was moving. And she was like, what? Why? And I was like, well, I can't stay with you forever. And then y'all know that I bailed out on that move because the people were trying to rush me to the house. It was a married couple, and I gave them my move-in date. And so they asked me could I move in like 2 weeks earlier. And I was like, well, yeah. Then they changed it and asked me could I move in a week earlier. Could I go ahead and get the bills and everything turned on in my name? So I got skeptical of them, and I told them no. I don't know what the rush is, but I can't move in this house. So then I had to tell my sister after I told her that I was gonna move that I wasn't moving. And so once I told her I wasn't moving, she was kind of happy because when I started my second job, y'all, I started giving her more money to stay there. And when I started giving her more money, I was there less because my weekend job, I would stay gone on the weekend. I would have a room close to my weekend job, so I would leave her house that Saturday going to work, and then I would say, "Well, I'll see you like Monday morning when I get off." So I was there less when I started the second job. I was giving her more money, and I was there less time. So that was like good for her. She's here less, and little did I know it was working out for her because she was able to have company if she wanted to on the weekends. I wasn't there anyway because I would be gone. I would stay gone the whole weekend. And so when she had the wreck, I think she kind of expected me, to put my moving off, you know, to take care of her. But in my mind, I was thinking, because they said that she would be in a rehab facility for at least 6 months. And so I was thinking, well, she's going to be in a rehab for at least 6 months. And then my niece had came home, and my niece had taken over my sister's care. And my niece quit her job because she had been working in Hawaii. And she said she was quitting her job. She was going to take care of her mom full time. So I was like, okay, well, my niece is here, so I can still go ahead and move. So I went to see her in the rehab, and I told her, that I had found me a place, and she wasn't happy about it. And she told someone that I was moving because I didn't want to take care of her, which wasn't true. I had already been trying to move, but I can understand her being in that situation, feeling like, you know, my sister's abandoning me, which I wasn't because my niece just my niece took over, but that's her daughter. But she took over the care of her mother. So, and I let her do that because that's what she wanted to do. And so she was still in rehab when I moved. She was still in the rehab facility. But when she had the wreck, uh, that's why I say you can grow up with somebody and think you know them, but you can find out you never knew them. When she had the wreck, I had to get her phone and call everyone, her job and everything to tell them, she had been in a wreck. And I was, you know, speaking with her insurance company and attorneys, trying to get everything situated for her. And her job was fabulous. They helped me with a lot of stuff. But, y'all, when I got that phone, that when I got a hold of that phone, it was like, I have to be careful what I say. It was like the sister that I thought I knew for all these years, uh, I didn't know. So, and things I saw with my own eyes and nobody had told me. So it was like if someone would have came and told me, that this is how your sister feels about you, or blase blase this, I would have been like, or this is what your sister's doing. I would have been like, oh, you's a damn lie. That ain't my sister. But this was, what I was seeing with my own eyes. And so I was trying to hold all this stuff in and seeing what I had seen, learning what I had learned, and trying to keep up this facade, and just seeing all the people that was coming to visit her, and her patients that just love her, and them seeing her the way that they see her, and then me coming to the realization that maybe my sister don't feel this way about me. So, and it was I can't understand that. You never know. No, you truly never know people, Miss Hall. And that's what I'm saying. It was like all my life, she was my big sister. She was this protective sister. But it seems like to me, like the moment that she felt I needed her, it's like, I got you now, you depended on me, so I can say what I want to say about you. I can feel how I want to feel about you, because even if I would have found out, I'm glad I didn't find out, when um, I was in a home with her, because even at that time, if I would have found those things out, what would I have been able to do? I wasn't able to move. Hey, Phone Jones. I wasn't able to move right then, so I'd feel like, I'm living somewhere where, this person don't really feel the way I think they feel about me, or this person maybe really don't want me here. So I was kind of glad that I didn't see it when before the wreck. So it was just like a lot of things I found out. And I have another sister, and she began to tell me things, and it was like why. And I remember at one time when I was staying with her, she was going through her phone to show me a picture, I think, of my sister's wedding or something. And as she was scrolling, I saw a screenshot of my one of my YouTube videos. And it was a video where I had spoke on, how I suffer from depression. And so she tried to hurry up and scroll past it. And I was like, hold up. I said, they was asking me, what's wrong with you? And that's when I realized, they was kind of criticizing me, me for being on YouTube. But that was before she had the wreck, so I didn't say much about it. Then I think I spoke to my friend about it. I spoke to Kay about it, I think, and one of my other friends. So, but I was living there, so I didn't say much about it. And just just that wreck. Sometimes I wish I wouldn't have got the phone because I just saw too much. And and like I said, this was the sister that was my big sister for all these years. And she was this sister that was confident to me, self-assured, positive about herself. And that phone showed me a totally different person. And um, and Kay's on here. Kay had tried to tell me, no, I think your sister's this way, and I think I got mad at Kay for telling me that. I was like, no, not my sister. But and it was like exactly what Kay had told me. That's kind of what was going on. But I just wouldn't have believed it. And and the reason I say that most people don't want to see, some people don't want to succeed. I wouldn't say most people. Some people don't want to succeed, see you succeed, and in my case, um, it seemed like it's the people that's closest to me. Cause if it was just a friend, somebody saying something, I could kind of deal with that. But when it's your close family, and I wish I could say that it didn't bother me, but I'm human. It bothered me, especially with it being somebody that I grew up with, in the same house, same mother and father. It really bothered me. And I remember, um, she would tell me sometimes that my friends wasn't really for me, your friends are jealous of you. And when I got a hold of that phone, it seemed like no, it wasn't my friends, the way she was telling me that other people felt about me. Well, to me, it seemed like was the way she felt about me. So it just like now it's like I just be kind of I don't know how to feel, or I'm confused because it's like right before she passed away, it's like I just got this tsunami of stuff that I didn't know. So it's like there at the grave, I'm looking, I'm like, who am I mourning? I mean, who is this person? And that confident, sister that was so protective of me, that wasn't who she was. And like I said, I'm probably saying too much, so it's just like I say, you just never know. You never know people. And then just throughout the years, anytime that it's been somebody with me, there's always somebody coming telling me, your sister. Every time it's your sister. And it's like, that's why I say you give me once, shame on you, you give me twice, shame on me. But it's like every time I forget and I start back fooling with people, then I get God again, It's like the same thing over and over again. So one of my sisters, after my sister passed, she said that she wanted our relationship to be closer. And I was nervous of her because, dang, she had got me so many times. so many times. And it's like, why is it always my sister? And I see people with their sisters and they have such this close relationship. And then a lot of people on the outside looking in, like if y'all saw our sister's trip, our sister's photos, we look like we just these tight knit sisters, which at times I thought we were. But just like in the recent, just these past couple of years, no, that ain't who we are. Mm-mm. And like I say, they probably be mad at me for saying anything, but I'm just real. And like I say, I'm not perfect. But it's like to me when you go to so many different people, not just people I know, but people your friends, and saying just constantly putting your family down. Those people looking at you like something wrong with you. You know, that's your family. How can you just put your family down like that? And just so many things just come to my mind now. So y'all, that's why I stay in my little hole. Just think about the good things. What you say, Miss Pam? Just think about the good things and the confidence. Let it go. It's all going to be all right. Yeah, it's all going to be all right, Miss Pam. But I mean, I know it's all right, but it's like when somebody tells you, I want to be close to you now. You know, we need to be closer. And that person just done so much to you. I get, I get scared and I get nervous and I pull back because I remember. And I forgive. It's just the forgetting part is where, you know, I have trouble dealing with, because I was trying to let that person back in, and it's just so much stuff. Just people. I was going through a custody battle. You know, when my daughter was little, her dad didn't want to pay child support, so he was suing me for custody of my daughter because he hadn't paid in so many years, and he had so much back pay to pay. So he came up with the scheme to get my daughter to get custody of her. And then he came to me one day and he said, "You know what? Your own sister told me that she'll testify against you to help me." And that's why I say every time it's my sister, my sister. So it's like sometimes family can be the worst. Yeah, we all do. Just learn from it. And that's why I say I'm trying to. I try to forget it, but once I forget it just a little bit and I let that person in, because just like the situation that I just told you, I went through with my daughter. When my daughter thought she had corona when she went to the first hospital, and they told her she had corona without giving her the test, the actual test. You know, it was hard for me dealing with that because I'm thinking, you know, my baby, you know, this corona is killing people. So I'm calling this person in my family, you know, talking to her, telling her about it. And that person is so manipulative. They can make themselves seem like an angel, you know, that's there to console you. And she calling me, "Are you okay? You know, you okay? This and that." Next thing I know, if you can't hold everything in, you have to let it go. And yeah, next thing I know, Kay called me, saying, "You okay?" You know, and I'm learning, you know, that person is calling around telling everybody my baby got corona. So I was so thankful when my daughter, when it actually got that test, and her test was negative. That person was the first person I called to tell she ain't got it. So I'm like, I hope just as quick as they called everybody and told them, you know, that my baby had it, I hope they call them that fast and tell them, you know, she didn't. So, and people would come up to me telling me, I remember working on, when I worked for the hospital, a job. Well, at least her daughter was able to help her mom. Yes, transition. That was a blessing, Miss Pam. And she did a good job. I mean, she did a good job. And the last time I went to speak with my sister, it was regarding her niece, because my niece, she had gave up just about her whole life to take care of her mom, and she did a good job. And so I felt like my niece needed some help because they dismissed my sister without her having a nurse assigned to her. And my niece ain't no nurse; she wasn't a healthcare professional. So I was like kind of getting on my sister because with her being a nurse, I felt like she just wanted to go home. I feel like she shouldn't have allowed them to dismiss her without having a nurse, to help be there to help my niece. And so that, and like I say, y'all, it's just a lot. It's just hard for me now. So I kind of back off, even with friends. And Kay knows I do this. I'll even shut down with friends, but I can deal with it better with it being just a friend than a family member. So I just learned that everybody that say they for you is not for you. And the reason I say that, when you're a person that constantly talks about your family to other people, the other people are looking at you like you're not a loyal family member. So that's why I don't want to just come on here and feel like I'm bashing my family. I'm just kind of venting, and I'm really trying not to say too much. So, but it just death, tragedy, kind of just shows people up, you know. And I just learned that. Just learned that. Because my mom, she didn't have when she passed, she didn't have a lot of insurance money. She had enough to bury her, but just that small amount of money just can't just showed up evil in people. And it's sad, really. That saying, the love of money is the root of all evil. I believe it. I believe that's true. And I just try. Like I said, I try to forget it, but it's hard when you try to forget stuff and you try to let people in, then bam, somebody come and tell you, okay, this person's still the same way. So it's like I feel like a fool. Like, okay, you already knew, so why you still back fooling with the person? And I can remember, y'all, when I was younger and I had dropped out of school. I wanted a job so bad. I just wanted to work. I had dropped out of school and I had got a job at the mall. The bus didn't run in our neighborhood on Sundays. And so the only time I needed to wait somebody to drive me to work was on Sundays. Because if I got out late at night, my dad would come pick me up. And then he was mad and still trying to talk me into going back to school anyway, which I should have stayed my butt in school, but I was trying to be grown. But like I said, Sunday was the only day that the bus didn't run. Somebody in my family lived really close to my mom. I was living with my mom then. Had a car, uh, had money. I am glad you are sharing, releasing. You're beautiful and you're going to be. Oh, thank you, Casey. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be okay. It's like, this is what I think about all the time, and I share it, like, with Kay, but I never kind of just release it to get out. So hopefully, me releasing this, I can move past it. Um, but anyway, I was sitting on the bus stop, y'all. Years ago, I was a teenager, waiting to catch the bus, and this was, well, actually the bus stopped running at a certain time on Saturdays, and so I was on the bus stop this Saturday. It was pouring down raining, and my sister was she had a lot of money back then. She was going with this big time drug dealer. So I'm sitting on the bus stop. It's pouring down raining, and she had a close friend. She had like this black sports car, and her friend was coming past the bus stop. Her friend slowed down. Well, I'm sitting at the bus stop with my umbrella. It's pouring raining. And her friend said, I would pick you up and take you to work, but your sister told me I better not pick you up and let you ride in her car. So I said, well, that's okay. The bus is coming. So I wait on the bus. Hey, sincerely yours, Nadia. So I wait on the bus, y'all. And then not long after that, uh, that the big time drug dealer, he ended up getting killed. Uh, all the money and the cars and stuff that she had was gone. And by that time, I had done got me a little hoopty car, a little toting up, and I would take my sister to look for a job, and that's how. And I think I took her to look for a job. She got an interview, and she started working at this hospital. So, and that's why I say, I was telling my daughter, you be careful how you treat people. You don't look down on people, cause ain't nobody better than the next person. Ain't no better than nobody, you know. But I just tell them, you don't look down on nobody, cause you never know what's gonna happen from one day to the next. I mean, look at the situation that a lot of us are in now. A lot of people are in now with this corona. I'm thankful every day that I can still go to work, but you just never know. And that's why I say, if you have somebody that you truly know is for you, that's in your corner, you cherish those people. And I wish I could say, that I just let it all roll off my shoulders and it don't bother me. But if I said that, I would be lying, because it does bother me. It bothers me a lot. And I think just losing my mama, I just kind of think about it a little bit more. And it's like, every time it's always your sister. Your sister. And people be like, well, why this person is against you? Why this person is against you? They must be jealous of you. But then I'm like, ain't nobody to be jealous of. Most of them doing better than me. So what they got to be jealous of me for? I'm struggling just like the next person, trying to make it. I'm nobody to be jealous of. It's just, it's kind of weird. It's kind of embarrassing when people on the outside know and they see you and think that you this close with this person, and they kind of know that that's her family. That's really not for her, and that's just a couple of many incidents, many incidents. So I done just about fired my whole little nail off. But when I say everybody doesn't want you to succeed, and I guess that's why I just keep trying, just try harder. Because some people pretend they want you to succeed, but they really don't. And I just told myself, if I pray to God that I never get into a situation where I need I need somewhere to stay. I need to stay with someone, because I'll be homeless on the street before I live with a family member again. Mm-mm. I will just, I'd rather live in my car. 'Cause for peace of mind, I don't have to worry about my car, unless it just sucker just break down. Um, well, that's my little rant, y'all. I'm gonna polish my little old nails. So I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thank y'all for listening to me just blab. Nothing like your own. I don't care if it's a damn studio. That's right. Sincerely yours, Nadia. That's why it's nothing like your own. I'm thankful every day when I come in here. I be running like I'm coming to a mansion. Nothing like your own. So thank y'all for listening to me. Um, I'm just ranting, and I hope everyone has a nice night. And I will see y'all on the next video. I done found my nails just down to nubs running my mouth. But thank y'all so much. And like I said, I don't mind sharing things. This is like therapy for me. So, and again, my life is not perfect. My family's not perfect. And I never want to make myself seem like I'm trying to be this perfect person, because I'm not. I got flaws like anybody else, like the next person. So everyone be blessed and have a nice evening. Even if you're venting, I'm glad to see you here. Oh, thank you, sincerely yours, Nadia. And I'll be coming by y'all if y'all go live later on. Smooches, y'all. I think, okay.